It was meant for a tank. It was 1,500 pounds of HE. Where a tank would have been so heavy, it would just went up and boom, right inside, But we're in a Humvee. They didn't close the sides off of this culvert. So when it exploded, a lot of it came out the sides. This culvert, you could walk, you could stand up and walk through underneath it. But most of it came out the sides, as a lot of it went up as well. But when we were sitting under it, our Humvee, it basically like mushroomed. So it blew up, and when it mushroomed, it just threw our Humvee.
This is Shane Vincent. On May 24, 2007, his Humvee hit an IED in Mosul, Iraq. The explosion threw his vehicle 84 feet from the blast site, ejecting Shane and 2 fellow soldiers along the way. Staff Sergeant Josh Martin, the truck commander, survived the explosion. Corporal Casey Lyman died instantly. When responders got to Shane, they assumed he was dead as well. But once they realized he was still alive, Black Hawk helicopters were called in to evacuate Shane and the other survivor.
I died it was like twice in the Black Hawk and then once like in Mosul. But I broke my C2 in my neck. I broke that. My L2 vertebrae in my back is a burst, so it's missing my L2 vertebrae completely. I had over 150 breaks and fractures in my hips and pelvis. My pelvis is broken too. I've got screws crisscrossing my pelvis. I've got internal fixators in my hips. Plate with 4 screws in front of my pelvis. And I've got 2 rods and 6 screws holding my spine together. And I broke like my sinus cavity, my scapula, some of my bones as well.
His body was decimated by injuries. He was in a medically induced coma for 4.5 months while his broken bones healed.
So they were telling my wife and my family that I'd possibly be a quadriplegic from the break in my neck, but it was such a clean break that I possibly won't be. For sure I'd be a paraplegic from my spine being in half. And so they'd wake me up from a medically induced coma, and they'd tell me to squeeze their hand, and I'd squeeze their hand. Tell me to move my legs, couldn't move my legs, they put me back out, and they kept doing that throughout the coma, medically induced coma. Like, oh, here's your medical records. I've got, like, when they mail them to me, they mail me packages like this. That's what it is, like, for real. Like, my gosh.
Despite being in a coma, though, Shane could still feel what was happening to his body.
All right, so you have dreams, and you have a bad dream, something's bad happened, you get scared, and you wake up. Well, I was at a point where I was having bad dreams, terrible dreams, and stuff was like happening to me, and I couldn't wake up at all. So it's like I could feel what was going on, like my injuries, let's say whatever happened, like my stomach. I had a lot of pain in my stomach, and it's like, so this nightmare basically had something going on with my stomach, and there was dreams like where I was like freezing, like I'm gonna die here, I'm freezing, and but I had a Cetavector. It's a bug in Iraq that you get, a parasite, and of course it can kill you, and they're afraid I might die because of that as well. So they had ice bags on armpits, ice bag crotch, under the knees, everywhere. And so you think about that, it's like I had no clothes on but a washcloth over me. I was literally freezing. It's like that played a part.
After 11 months in the hospital, Shane came home, but his struggles were far from over.
Late 2008, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, I don't want to live like this. It's like I gotta do something like for my mind, just mentally. So that's when I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym. I was like, I don't care what anyone says. It was hard because at that point, I could only like sit and stand for a certain amount of time because of my hips. So it's like I could maybe get up for whatever 30 minutes at the max that time, and it hurt so bad, it's like I had to lay down on my side, left side, pillow between my legs, and just kind of relax, not move. And then once I was good again, I'd get up, do some more stuff, and then go lay down again. So it did take time, that's for sure.
Shane began going to the gym on a regular basis, but not for the physical benefits. In fact, simply lifting the smallest weight put Shane through incredible pain. But it gave his mind something to do, something to concentrate on other than his current situation.
And it's funny because I went from pushing some weight to like getting on a bench and having like 5, maybe 10 pounds on each side of the bar, just trying to bench that, and I was in pain. Like I was hurting so much, and it was just agony. But it was helping me so much mentally. Just kept at it and kept pursuing it, and my body was just, the pain has become manageable and bearable to deal with the more I did it, and just kept at it because it's helped me so much mentally, and I was just feeling so good, like I was actually doing something.
It took over 5 years of constant work, constant pain, and constant hope. Shane is now a certified personal trainer at Lifetime Fitness in Tulsa.
Man, just don't ever stop. Like, always push yourself. Don't ever listen to anybody and tell you what you can and can't do. Because you can do anything you put your mind to. The people that want to help you, let them help you. Like, let them. They want to, you know. Don't try to cover it up with drinking. That only makes things worse. That's for sure. It's like I've learned that from experience. I've tried many things to cover it up and just deal with it. But the best thing I know, like that I found out, is of course just talking about it, not holding it in. Because for the longest time I was like, this has happened to me. I was like, I don't want anyone else to carry the burden or anything like that at all. Like, I'm gonna deal with it. I'm tough, I'm gonna deal with it. And then it wears on you. And it makes your life miserable because it's all you think about. But if you can find just different avenues, of course, to help you cope, something there, you know, focus on goals. Like to go ride your bike, go ride your bike, do that, you know. Get fixated on something that's positive in your life.